hope to provide you with data that you could use to better inform your wagering decisions. I hope you're having a good evening. You can get 20% off any BetQL subscription by using the promo code CHAN. Go to betql.co for more information. We're just going to go over some of the winners, the 5-star winners that the model turned out this weekend. Maybe if you knew about this information, you would have been able to cash some of these tickets this weekend. But we will be previewing the Bills-Titans game tomorrow, as well as providing a couple free college football picks from the model as well. But we're going to just do a quick overview of some of the 5-star winners that the model turned out. One game is still in progress, but the model made a recommendation of a 5-star bet on over 24 in the first half of the Saints-Chargers game that you would have cashed on that. The game is in progress as the Chargers just took a lead off a Justin Herbert touchdown. The model also recommended a 5-star bet on under 48.5 in the Cardinals-Jets game as well. So those would have been 2 5-star NFL winners if you had followed or tailed the BetQL model this past weekend. 2 college football winners, 5-star college football winners from this weekend. One of which was number 1 Clemson. The model recommended a 5-star bet on laying the 14 with Clemson against the Miami Hurricanes, that would have been a relatively stress-free cover for you. The model also recommended over 53 in the LSU-Missouri game, and that game flew over because LSU, while their offense looks just as potent as it did last season, their defense has left a lot to be desired as Missouri pulled off the outright upset and victory over LSU on Saturday. We do have 2 free 4-star college football model picks for you today. The model is recommending a free 4-star pick on taking the points with Memphis, taking the 3.5 with Memphis against UCF this weekend. The model is also recommending a 4-star bet on the under the total of 75 in the UCF Memphis game from this weekend. The model is actually, just to give you more detail on this pick, the model is actually indicating that Memphis the model is projecting an outright Memphis victory of 36.5 to 35.5 for UCF, and they're projecting a total of 72. So that's a free 4-star pick for this weekend. You can go to betql.co for more information, and you can gain access to what the model says about every pick for this weekend's football games, or this week. There are also football games as well on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you want to see what the model says about every game, go to betql.co, use the promo code CHAN, and get 20% off any subscription. There are weekly subscriptions available, monthly subscriptions, and yearly subscriptions as well. You can choose 1 sport, 2 sport, all sports. So go check out betql.co for more information. Tomorrow we have a football game, actually. Tuesday night football between the Bills and the Titans. The Bills are 3.5-point favorites. The total is set at 53 total points. This is a battle of the undefeated teams. The Bills are undefeated. The Titans are kind of flying under the radar. They're undefeated as well. So one reason why the Titans have flown under the radar is their point differential in their 3 wins is actually 6 points. So they're winning each game by an average of 2 points. The Bills' point differential through their first 4 games is an average of 5.75 points. So they're winning by a larger margin than the Titans have, but it's still pretty close nonetheless. So we do have a pretty good matchup tomorrow. The Bills rank 3rd in the NFL in total offensive yardage. The Titans rank 12th in total offensive yardage. But this is really a strength versus strength matchup here. The Bills' strength on defense is their run defense, as they only give up a little over 100 yards per game on the ground, which ranks in the top 10. The Titans, unsurprisingly, their strength on offense is their running game with Derrick Henry. They average 129 rushing yards per game, which ranks in the top 10. The Titans have struggled on defensively thus far. They've given up the 3rd most yardage in the NFL, while the Bills are or have been in the middle of the pack. So that total is certainly an interesting one. It's certainly an interesting one. I don't think I'm going to have a play on the total, but if you are considering wagering on the total, you should know that Titans games have averaged 51.3 points per game this season. The Bills games have averaged 55.75 points per game. I think the Titans number probably should be higher given how they played this season. I think it's been weighed down a little bit by an outlier Game 1 performance against the Broncos, where Stephen Gostkowski, their kicker, missed 3 of his 4 field goal attempts and a PAT as well. Gostkowski has actually hit his last 9 field goals after missing his first 3 on the season. So I'm not so certain that the kicking game is going to be much of an issue for the Titans moving forward. It was brutal for them last season, but Gostkowski, he's had a good career as a kicker, and he may have actually figured some things out after an outlier performance in the opening game against the Denver Broncos. The Titans only have 1 turnover this season. So this is a team which makes sense. If you keep it on the ground, you're a lot less likely to turn it over. And given their reliance on Henry, this is not a team that's going to give away very many points. I think I'm going to be taking the points with the Titans tomorrow. I know I've bet against the Bills when they played the Raiders a couple weeks ago or a week ago. And unfortunately for me, the Bills ended up covering that game, thanks in large part to turnovers from the Las Vegas Raiders. But if the Titans are not a team that's going to turn it over, I'm not so certain the Bills can get enough separation to cover the 3.5 points. I would imagine that the number will probably, if you wait till tomorrow, I would suspect the Bills will get to 4, since they are a team that's receiving a lot more coverage and attention for their undefeated start than the Titans. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the number to see if it gets to 4 at some books, and then take the points with the Tennessee Titans. Before we sign off for the evening, I want to again let you know about a promotion that we're running at BetQL. You can use the promo code of Chan to get 20% off any BetQL subscription. As we talked about earlier in the show, the model continues to churn out winners every college football Saturday and every NFL Sunday, and even Monday as well. So go check out the website, go subscribe, and get access to what the model says about every game. You can, if you want to bring up something for tomorrow's show, you can send me a tweet at Ian Lazarin. That's my Twitter handle. All of my bets are listed on Ian Lazarin, the Twitter handle of Ian Lazarin as well. Tomorrow's show will also be at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So until then, good luck with your bets and stay safe. Have a good evening.